Hi everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of Luthier's Journal. So, if you are a guitar player that have been playing guitar for a very long time and it's not as fun as it used to, you still have fun playing guitar, but the excitement you felt when you first picked up the guitar a long time ago is not there anymore. It's still fun, but it's not the same. You're kind of getting bored, and it's like your passion is kind of slipping away from you. And um, this is the last thing we want to go through life. Like, playing guitar is supposed to be so much fun, and you're trying to rekindle the flame with a new guitar once in a while or with a new pedal, but it's always something you need to start over. This is the right place for you if you feel like you didn't invest all this time and money to give up on your passion. Um, it's also the right spot for you if you're curious about guitar making. Either you're a hobbyist, a guitar tech, or if you just like to tinkle with your guitar, or if you're interested in learning how it's made, you're at the right place. The goal of this video series, there are 5 goals that I listed that I'm really excited to share with you. The first one is I want to show how playing guitar can make us grow. Not just as musicians, but in every aspect of life. And this can be a little vague, yeah, but it's gonna get clearer as we go down the road. Another goal is to share my vision of guitar making. Some people consider a guitar like pieces of wood made into the shape of a guitar, and then we add some components, and of course it always becomes more than just the material assembled. My vision is a little different. I like to see guitars as living beings that elevate the musicians to another level, to have more fun, to experience something different. I'd like to go explore some of those subjects with you guys. Third goal is what makes a truly great guitar. So I feel like exposing a couple of secrets. There are a ton of myths, and Brazilian rosewood is the best tone wood ever. It's true. It sounds amazing, but there's a lot of misconceptions about guitars and what really makes a guitar stand out from the crowd. And I want to share and unveil some of the secrets I've learned along the way to you guys. The fourth goal is to help musicians understand and fix their guitars. I want to give tips, tricks, how to repair stuff. I'm not sure yet if I will go in depth into guitar repair tutorials, but this is definitely an expertise that I've developed over the past 15 years. I've repaired quite a fair share of them. So I want to give you some tips to do that yourself. And last but not least, I want to share behind the scenes of a luthiery business. How do you become a luthier? Where do I start? Is this book a right place to start? Was your father a guitar maker? He wasn't. But I feel like there's a need for something a little different about the truth behind building a guitar. And I'm excited to share with you what I've gone through and learned over the past 15 years. The format, this is going to be short form episodes, more or less 10 minutes. I do talk a lot, so it could go up to 12, but I'll try to make it as concise as I can. And this will be once a week. This is like my engagement to you. This is hard because life goes fast and there's always a reason to there's always a reason to like delete what you just did and reset and or do it next week. My engagement to you is to do this once a week. I want to answer the more as many questions as I can. So please make sure to write down in the comments below any questions you might have about one of the different topics that I mentioned before, one of the goals of what I want to address. And well, who's this guy? Well, my name is Max. The full name is Maxime Baron, and I'm a guitar maker I have been crafting acoustic guitars for over 15 years now. I'm based in Montreal, in Quebec, Canada, and I speak français. So yeah, I speak French. So this is why the accent. And yeah, so I've been doing that work for over 15 years now. I am talking to you guys from my workshop. I stopped counting guitars that I repaired at 5,000. It's enough. I don't need to know the exact amount, but I repaired a lot. I still do. My specialty is fretwork and playability issues, structural repairs, stuff like that. I have been trained by master luthiers. I went through guitar making school. I spent quite some time teaching at that school over the past years. And now I got back full-time to my practice crafting and repairing guitars. I also like to offer classes to share. It's a half a day workshop on how to set up your own guitars. This is live in my shop over here in small groups. So this is like less than 10 person, and it's a lot of fun. So I'm doing that too. And yeah, when it comes to crafting guitars, what I do is acoustic, flat top acoustic guitars, steel strings. I do have a modern approach to my design. I like sober, elegant. I'm not really into traditional Martin square headstock. This is not my jam, although I like a good Martin like anyone else. One aspect that's really interesting to me about guitar making is the physics aspects of it. So I do believe that there's something about myself that is infused in every guitar that I make, because they're all unique, they're all alive, and that's I'm sure about that. It's like, yeah, it just makes so much sense to me. But the thing is, I'm also fascinated by the physics of it. So in my training, I was trained by highly skilled, acclaimed guitar makers who are labeled masters by some high names in the market, not just myself. And I really like the approach of a master who learned the craft and has all this experience, and I'm really grateful for the knowledge that I was that people shared with me. Thing is, the physics of it is another story completely. So when you break it down to physics, it's really complicated. It's not easy, but I'm kind of a geek, and once I understood the exact measurement I can get out of a piece of wood, and it helps me to figure out how to make the most out of that exact soundboard, This is something completely different. Like it's like reading a piece of wood and seeing the story of the guitar hidden behind it. So this is really interesting to me. And when I craft a guitar, of course there's something unique in every one of them, but it's magic and feelings doesn't explain it all. There's a part of the craft that is deeply rooted in science, in data, and combining those two, I believe, make me a better guitar maker. So that's kind of how I see my craft. To summarize it briefly, already 11 minutes. I'll try to make it quick for you guys. So last thing is, I was trained in psychology. I have had an interest in studying the mind for quite some time, and lately I got deeper into that, and it just blew me away. I made so much links with guitars, with like I came across a book of the psychology of guitar learning, and they study the brain of child and adolescents learning guitar. It's fascinating, and it is for like teenagers or children learning guitar, but I see so much stuff that we as adults can still learn from, grow, elevate ourselves. And I see the guitar as a prism through which we can grow and become a better version of ourselves. And I really mean that. So if you're playing guitar you've been playing guitar for over 20 years and you feel like it's not that much fun anymore, well, there's something to do about that. It's not, I don't believe investing so much time into a hobby, maybe a passion. I don't think this is something we do just to give up one day. And we all go through phases, and if you kind of feel that you could get out more from this passion that you're presently doing, well, I'm here to help. And this is a lot of fun. So I'm excited to share about I share a lot of stuff with you guys about that topic. So that was a brief video about the video series I want to make. So this is gonna be the Luthier's Journal episode 0, and I'm really excited to share with you the first one. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions about how do you craft a great acoustic guitar, I have a background in electric guitars too, classical guitars. Also, you are welcome to write down your questions in the comments. If you have questions about how to fix or maintain your guitar, I will be happy to address them. And last but not least, if you have questions about how to become a guitar maker and what it's like to do this full time, one of the challenges that I decided to give myself is to be as honest and transparent as I can with you guys on this channel, and this is what I'm gonna do. So ask me anything about how to make a guitar, how to repair it, and about the business side. And if you're also curious to see how to get out of a rut when you're playing guitar and you don't feel like doing it anymore, this is all stuff that I'm excited to talk about. So thank you for your time, and I will share more of that content very soon. So if you feel like seeing more, like, subscribe, share that to a friend that would appreciate this content, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.